beats.
Now we're just waiting for both teams.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. Coming right into this, man. I am ready. You ready up, mine?
Absolutely, my friend Shope. It's going to be a huge one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Season 7 is about to come to an end, and it's about to end with a bang. Game 1 of the Major League Finals starts right now. Eden versus Bread Esports.
Rocket League just crashed.
Ooh, that's amazing. I'll take the reins.
Take it, do it, just do it. No,
I'll take the reins.
It's not even. Oh my lord, what a save!
No!
Is it gonna get out?
It's not in!
It's out!
It's not in! Are you kidding me?
Please don't tell me.
Toasty, just come back, man. Just
I'm
come
showing
back.
the replay. The replay's showing
Oh my
what was,
God.
but it was not anymore. Okay.
Oh my god, that's okay, that's okay.
Oh, the trap! Wow, man, I really thought Teddy had broken open the scoring quite early, and they were gonna have it. But Cease comes over the top right here to Trev, who puts it just down to that bottom corner, beating. I believe that was who was that? Was that Teddy up for the ball? I'm not sure, but great goal from him.
My god, yeah, no, absolutely. Eden going from, pretty much screwed in the first 10 seconds of the game to coming back with a goal in the first 30 seconds, and no way.
Oh my lord.
No one was even back, but Trev still got the tap on that. Insane by Eden so far. Again, I'm just kind of shocked because, maybe Brett might be losing a little bit of morale. If I do say so myself.
That is definitely going to be an issue with this, because Eden is going to come out and punch them right in the mouth. I mean, with the players they have, C's up there with 0.96 assists a game. I think Trev is second in goals per game at over 1.5. They are going to put points up on the board, and we're seeing that already.
C's coming up on the wall. Gonna double tap it. Trev already up middle. It's gonna hit up backboard. Here comes X. And X is gonna complete it. What a play coming in from Eden. Nothing much that Fred could do. They were pretty much headless chickens at that point, just running behind that ball, and Eden absolutely punishing them.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. You see C's right there. C, Trev, midfield, passes it to Trev, who hits it off the back wall for X, and Brett's just not ready for it, man. They haven't faced a team like this yet in their playoff brackets. Thickman's a good team, but they're not Eden's level, and Eden's showing them that right now.
Who knows at this point? Again, we've seen a lot of things transpire throughout the season that, has really surprised us. So, the first game, it's a best of 7. It's a best of 7, so they shouldn't have to worry too much. Again, it is a tempo setter. It is a setup rhythm, and Season Trev making this look easy. What was that?
It's just a playing back and forth, man. You play it to him, you play it to the wall, and you put it in, and that's the issue. I don't know that Brett had their mind right to be prepared for this onslaught. At this point, you've got to think this game's a wash. They're probably going to lose this one, going down 4-0 already. So right now, if you're Brett, you've got to make sure that you're getting the mindset to play your best and get a little bit of momentum going. Try to put a couple goals on the board and figure out this Eden rotation.
I mean, that's crucial, especially with a team like Eden. It's already tough. Like you're gonna have to be spending at least 2 or 3 games just trying to figure out anything, to be honest, against Eden. Nevertheless, just scoring a couple goals on them and hoping that you can win a game. Again, if I'm being completely honest, Eden will wash the entire series, probably a 4-1, 4-2. But I wanted to make it a little bit interesting with a Bread 4-3. But again, looking at this first game, and if we're gonna be totally genuine and totally honest, it's looking like Eden is gonna dominate this one.
Well, I mean, it is, but again, it's first game, and right now, Brett's starting to get their footing. They're not letting Eden score here, and here's a chance. But Teddy's not going to be able to get to it. His prospect puts it across. And this is just what you want right here. You lose the first game, that's whatever, but you've got to start feeling yourself a little bit more, seeing if you can get some of these saves as a miss comes in from Trev. And it looks like Brett's starting to do that as Teddy tries to take this up the middle, but can't find any ground for it.
They have to stay super neutral. They really just have to play a lot of defense coming into this game. And I mean, if I were them, I would just try to keep a 0-0 scoreline as much as possible. Because what I'm seeing from Bread, and the same thing that I saw in their semifinal matchup, that they like to... Oh, Sun God almost pulling up a big... Oh, my God. But what we've seen is that they like to do a lot of trick plays, and that they also just like to boot it up field. Again, just eventually, at some point, a ball will go in the net. You know, so many shots, like, if they're going to be pulling out 7 shots, 8 shots a game like they were, at least 1 or 2 of them is going to go in the goal. So if they can just keep a solid defense and keep doing that strategy, I feel like they can at least pull out 2 wins in the series.
They definitely, and they have the offense to do that. As we're seeing right now, Brett is taking a lot more possession. They've just got to make sure that they're settled down and ready to deal with the onslaught of passing plays that they're going to get from Eden. But here they come with another chance to the back wall, but they're getting a little bit narrow here in the corner. Everybody's sort of in the same corner for this ball. No one was there, even if Teddy had been able to make a pass, or Local, whoever one had a chance. They both had chances at it. No one was going to be there to receive it. That's something that they're going to have to work on as this game moves forward.
Absolutely, it's crucial, especially when the more you get into a game, the more your rotation is gonna end up breaking. Again, each team, they're gonna start to figure each other out. Eden, they seem to have done it a little bit faster, or they just came out to a heavier lead. Because look, the first 2 minutes of the game, especially in the game 1, again, I have that ideology. In the first 2 minutes of game 1, it's always both teams just feeling each other out, just trying to figure out each other's play styles. And it's this exact situation, except Eden, they were already ready. They came out to get swinging, and you know, it shows 4-0 in the first 2 minutes. But if Brett can keep up the form that they showed in these past 3 minutes, I feel like they could win. And they even broke the Eden defense there.
Yeah, they get a goal here, and Brett's definitely got some firepower. But you also get the feeling that Eden was sort of lackluster on their rotation right there, knowing that the time is ticking down and knowing that they have such a lead. But to your point about filling out, I think you see just the firepower of Eden, where they don't have to fill it out too much because they know their play style, and they're confident that the way they play is going to beat the way you play no matter what you do. And you saw that right there as they put goal after goal after goal on the board. But like you said, Brad, towards the end there, in the last 3 minutes or so, they started to kind of figure it out a little bit, slow the pace down, get to something that they liked, and we'll see how that goes. But I don't know how much they can slow it down against a team like Eden.
Right. Again, we still have a lot of game in our hand. It's just gonna come down to Bred's defense, because I feel like Eden, they are almost unstoppable in terms of attack. But I feel like their defense and their rotations, I feel like they're a little bit spotty if you can exploit it. If you can go aggressive and you can just keep going at it, they start to get spotty and they start to make a lot of bad decisions, to say the least. So hopefully Brad can figure something out. But for now, you know, we're just going to let the game do the talking. Game 2 underway.
Yeah. Oh, X is going to start with a ceiling shot, but doesn't quite get the full touch on it.
Oh, come on.
But, Lord, some bump plays right there at the end almost got him a chance. But Brad, on their back foot here as they started last match, do you think, I don't know if they're going to be able to get possession here in time.
I think it was just a matter of the first few seconds. They just needed some boost, and they just needed to figure out the rotation. Now, finally, everyone's back at full strength, making their way through. Trev is going to have the job of clearing away that huge boomer there from Prospects. Good eye on him for doing that. But, whoa! Oh,
is that gonna go? Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, no, huge block there by Prospects, almost going in again. And, Brett, again, they need to keep this up. Their defensive rotation, they need to...
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They're picking their spots out of the back really well right now. As C's passes over to Trev, but it's a little bit behind him, and this gives Brett a chance. Luckily, X played a little bit back for him, though, and he's going to boom it back down the field. The Prospects is over here in the corner. He's got this, and he's trying to do something with it, but Trev has docked him off, but Teddy's going to keep up the attack. This is a 2-on-1. This might be promising, but no, he doesn't get enough of a hit on the ball. Teddy just a little bit weak there, but that is the kind of attack that we're looking for Brad to be able to make to stay in this game as Teddy tries to take another shot that gets blocked, and this attack is just not ending.
I'm loving
Finally
this aggressive
cleared.
side. Oh my god. I'm loving this aggressive side from Bread right now. So not only are they, just swarming the defense right now for Eden, but they're also going for really ballsy plays, like, not ballsy, but more tactical. They're going for demos and they're going for boost steals. That's a huge thing. I don't think Eden really expects it even. And it's hard to pay attention to small things like boost in the middle of a really, really fast rotation. So, Bread really coming out on the right foot in this first half of the game. But again, it still is 0-0. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, those boost steals and demos are kind of how you beat a team that might be better than you on paper. We saw that in RLCS this season with Cloud9 taking out Dignitas by doing the same thing, playing really aggressive, playing in their face. But is it going to work out? Here's Teddy with a save. My lord, just happens to be in the right spot, knocks that one away. X had a great shot on the goal, though.
Absolutely. I felt like Trev, if he had gotten up in the air a little bit faster, he would have absolutely gotten the goal. He was right in front of goal, and there was almost no way the defense could get there. But again, he wasn't fast. He had to let that go towards the middle. And just like that, Teddy doing a great job of that save. But he's a great pass coming in towards the middle from Season. Trev is there. Nice little flip for him midair. The rotation right on point. Teddy Zero almost with the save again. Teddy Zero all over the field, but even him is not enough to stop Eden.
Yeah, that is the fourth time those guys have connected, and you can see the chemistry they have between them as X puts it away right here. On that last goal, there's a pre-jump, and on this one, the kickoff is in the perfect spot. It's like a design play. X going to exactly where he knows the kickoff is going to go. It wouldn't surprise me if that's a kickoff that they've labbed out as a team, as much as Eden plays together.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. They are a well-oiled machine. They are all over the place. They know their stat book really well. And, again, Eden, they've shown that they are the best team in the league. But,
yeah,
they need to earn the title, you know what I mean? And Bread Esports, they still have a chance of taking that opportunity away from them. But, time is ticking, my friend. Time is ticking.
Time is definitely ticking. Brett has shown some glimmers of really promising attacks that hopefully they can keep up over the course of a longer game. But really, to try to keep the series alive, they're going to have to see if they can get a couple of goals here. Don't want to go down 2-0 against a team like Eden.
It's already dangerous enough just saying at 0-0. Even worse, 2-0, my friend. A minute left into this game, and again, right now, Brett, they need to make a 2-goal comeback if they want to at least take this to overtime. Prospects coming back on the ball, trying to clear that away. Still a lot of danger. X is going on top of him. In the corner, going down middle. Trev is not able to get the full hit on it. Teddy Zio trying to make his way in, but sees from the middle, takes away the ball. Prospects and I think Sun God both going for the double commit save. Trev off of a pass from X, and with 50 seconds left into this game, another goal is scored by Eden, and Shope, I think that there really is no way that Brett can come back in this game.
No, it's going to be really tough. 3 goals in 52 seconds is something that happens, 1 in 1,000 games. It doesn't happen a lot, and it doesn't happen very often against a team like Eden, who has, as much as we talk about their offense, their ability to have chemistry, we've already seen in that first game, the goal line save they've had. They have incredible defense. But of course, curse to the commentator, as I say that, that ball drops right down to Prospects. Z's doesn't get the clear on it. He wants good dunk from Local, and Prospects puts it low in the bounce shot, gets X in the goal.
Again, they still need to keep making moves like that. Again, we want to see a little bit more of that, earlier in the game, not 40 seconds left in the game where you're down 3-0. Again, they need to pull off a lot more things right now, a lot more insane things if they want to win this game. But I don't really see it happening. Maybe coming into this third game, I feel like they can take one back. But in this game, it's pretty much done.
Yeah, 18 seconds left here. They're going to try to get a promising attack to make it technically alive. Teddy goes for that shot, but he's not going to have it. And with 10 seconds left, I think we can pretty safely say, like you were saying, that this game is all but over. Just a matter of running out the clock here with 1 second left. That's definitely going to do it. And Eden's just going to let that ball drop wisely and get on into Game 3. Going up 2-0 with only allowing 2 goals so far over 2 games.
It is what it is. Again, Eden, they really just have to, just buckle down into this third game, and they just, man, they have to go full cylinders right now. They cannot stop whatsoever. They can't leave any sort of space for Eden to attack, and it's rough, man, but it is what it is. We are heading into this third game, and we don't really know what's gonna head up in these next couple games, but if you guys are enjoying what you guys are watching, 103 people watching the stream right there. This is a season high, and this might be an RLPC high. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm just gonna plug one thing for you guys. If you guys go into the chat and type in !Discord, you guys will be able to join our Discord channel, where in there you can keep up with stats, keep up with the entire league, and overall, just try to have some conversation, maybe set up some scrims, maybe try to learn the game a little bit more. And if you really are interested, Season 8 is coming up soon. So if you guys do want to participate, if you guys are around Diamond Tier or Champ Tier, you guys can put yourself into the draft coming into Season 8. How many? Well, there you go.
10 people in the viewing party, man. 100 viewers. We are definitely getting into this. Everybody's showing up for this championship game.
We are underway now in this game 3, and again, Brett, they just have to go off right now. They can't stop. And look at this. Look at this absolute beautiful play coming in from C's into Trev, but doesn't work out. Triple commit coming in from Brett to get that save. Works out in the end, but, they are getting a little bit ballsy. They are getting a little bit more aggressive. And, if I'm being completely honest with you, Shope, I feel like Brett is getting really freaking desperate. But
well, that desperation pays off right here, man.
I guess desperation pays off, but let's go back to that. At midfield, huge mistake coming in from Eden. Double commit at middle and a poor rotation coming in from the other player. That's not usual for Eden.
This is what I was talking about in the pregame show, and this is something that we saw against the Monstars a little bit, where I don't think there's any doubting that Eden has the best team, paper, stat-wise, in the games at all. But they get to a point where they're up a little bit, and they start to relax. They let off the pressure. They start goofing off. They start getting out of the rotations a little bit. And you can typically see that in about a game 3, as we saw right there, as Prospects takes an easy shot that should have been able to be saved. Eden's going to have to really tighten it up and not let it get away from themselves. They don't want it to happen right here in the championship game. And Trev is going to be able to do that with his air dribble from midfield. Good stuff from him.
Yeah, absolutely. But, not to take any credit whatsoever from Trev. That was a great 1v1 coming in from him. But Brett Esports, another really, really bad mistake there. Both Prospects and Sun God Local both running into that top left corner and, just hitting a really, really bad double commit. And, it wouldn't be bad if they had the ability to come back, but both of them didn't have boost. They weren't ready to come back whatsoever. So, Fred, once again, they've lost their first lead of this entire series. And, I'm just interested in what they can do to continue to stop Eden at this point, Joe.
I think they're starting to get a little bit of the recipe. I think they're starting to get what they need to do. Right now, again, they're keeping this possession. As you see, Prospects is backing out. They got a little bit out of their offensive rotation right there, but they're going to have a chance on this attack again, and this is what they need to do. Just keep this pressure on Eden and make sure they're coming back. I mean, I know it sounds bread and butter. I know it sounds textbook, but, I mean, that's how you beat a team that's as flashy as Eden, is you just keep the pressure on, and Prospects gets his second goal of the game because of it.
I mean, that was amazing. Sun God hitting off the wall twice, and then Prospects coming in the middle with that little rebound there. But again, Teddy Zio, he was ready to come at that ball. Prospects probably made the call just like, yo, Teddy Zio, back up a little bit. And that communication pays off in the end. Once again, another lead coming in from Brett Esports, almost extending it there is Prospects. And we might be seeing something huge coming in from Brett. We might be seeing that one game that they need to keep something going. But just as I say that, you know, Eden is just gonna stomp on them. Jesus Christ, what a shot there from Trev.
Yeah, anytime you see Bread start to get a little bit momentum, it's like Eden flips the switch and they have an immediate scoring play. They come back, they tie it up, and that's really hard to play against when you're Bread. I mean, you have all the reason to play in the world, all the motivation right here in the finals, but when someone's hitting you in the mouth like that, it's hard to just keep coming back and keep trying when everything you do seems to come up just a little bit short. And Trev
of the series.
Trev's 7th goal of the series coming out right there. He's already got 7 through 3 games. That's 2 1/3 per game. That's insane.
That is absolutely insane. That's almost Teddy Zio numbers heading in, you know, earlier in this playoffs. So, you know, Teddy Zio has a little bit of competition in terms of playoff MVP, to say the least. And are you kidding me? Woo! That is some heads-up play, to say the least, there from C's. Again, huge boomer there by Trev, and C's is just there with a nice little tap with the tip of his car to redirect it towards an empty net. What a play there by Eden.
Yeah, that's one of those things where your comms or your feel for each other is just on point as this kickoff goal comes in. Teddy Zio able to get this with the cheat. Nobody back for Eden. But going back to that last goal, you saw C stay up right there, and that's because somebody in the back, somebody in his comms, I think it was Trev who made the pass, is saying, hey, stay up, hey, stay up. I saw you miss a move, but stay up, I'm passing it. And he does, and you put it away. And that's what separates these good teams. That's what separates these teams that make it to the championship from those guys that may have just fallen a little bit short.
It's small leadership things and communication like that. Again, you love to see it. Like, I feel that's probably maybe not the most important thing, but one of the most important things if you want to have an actually running team. You know, communication and just overall teamwork. And both of these teams, they are the epitome of that. All season, not all season in terms of maybe Bread, but in the playoffs, they've stepped up a lot, and they just looked at themselves. They're just like, hey, this is an important situation. We need to actually work as a team, and we need to clutch this out. And guess where they are right now? Heading into the playoffs, 16 wins, now they're in the championships. It's stuff like that that, you know, just kind of that is kind of mind-boggling. But, you know, it's expected if you want to win.
Whew. But Trev right here is going to hit this at a really tight angle, man. You know, talking about this communication, talking about this, the ability to just see this ball go up and put it into the back of the net. As we talk about how well Brad has been doing and bringing it back, man, Eden, the monster, is always right there to just put another goal and take that lead right back from you.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
It's 8 goals for Trev, 2 hat tricks in 3 games. He is killing it right now. It's 9. That's 9 goals. 9 goals through 3 games. He's averaging a hat trick a game.
That is insane to me. This guy has pulled 2 hat tricks so far and is averaging a hat trick per game. Trev, Rocker right before we started this series predicted the 4-0. And if I were you, Shope, you know, I would start to expect it, man.
You know, it's looking like it. They're basically a game away, you know, unless something happens for Brad right here and they pull 2 goals in less than 20 seconds. It's going to be 3-0, and it's going to be looking like a 4-0 take from Eden right here coming into this last one. And if Trev keeps playing the way he's doing, you know, there's already been speculation. Trev's the MVP of the season. Trev's the MVP of everything because he's playing so well. But he's leaving no doubt right now with the way he is playing. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that you see somebody with 4 goals in a game and 9 goals over the course of 3 games, that they are the best player in the league.
You know, it's just wild to see someone like Trev just popping off like that. And, you know, this is RLPC. We are considered probably maybe a tier 3, tier 2 competition. Ones that could maybe boost a career up to an RLCS player position. And we're seeing the likes of Trev right now popping off in a grand final situation, pulling in this kind of result with his team. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see huge things from not only Trev, put everyone on Eden heading into the future. But the future is, and we still got at least one more game on our hands, show.
I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. You know, we all think that Eden's going to take this game, I think, and that Eden's going to take this series. But Bread is going to come out here, and they're going to try to let that not happen. And every game, they've gotten a little bit closer. Game 2 was a little closer than Game 1. Game 3, they had the lead for a little while. And so Game 4, is this where they're going to be able to take that next step and take a game off of Eden? You know, it would not surprise me if they're able to do that right here.
It would at least be one last hurrah if they can pull off a game or two coming in. And X could have just stomped on that dream right there. He had just gotten that double tap coming in. But, you know, it doesn't even matter. X hitting off that backboard off the double tap, and Trev is just there with a snipe. Doesn't even matter anymore.
I think X wanted to make sure Trev got the double-digit goals. That's all that happened right there. You know, making sure he plays it around so he can pass it back to his teammate. Get him that 10th goal of the series already.
Yeah, again, it's rough to see. We want to see Bread Esports do well. We want to see them at least win a game. So, you know, I'm rooting them on in this game. But, you know, we just have to keep this at the back of our minds. If Eden wins this game, they win the entire Major League Championship. Yeah, it's an incredible run, and it will go down in the history books of the RLPC. You know, 7 seasons, you know, this may be one of the best runs that we've seen so far. And, man, you know, it's been a pleasure so far watching it. Hopefully we can see Bread Esports maybe try to stop it. Hit the ball.
My
Are
Lord.
you kidding me, X? Are you kidding me? What a save.
That's the way that Eden's been on top all series and all playoffs, all regular season. They have been in the right spot for the saves because Brad has had some promising attacks. You know, I don't want to talk like they're too dead just yet, even though EX comes in with a nice goal off the crossbar. They've had some good looks, and it's just not been there. And here you have an unfortunate save. X reads it perfectly, and it just shows why Eden is so good. They take advantage of every opportunity that they get.
Again, huge stuff coming in. And again, we have the entire team of Eden just pulling off some huge plays, but you know, we may be talking about X and we may be talking about Trev being the goal scorers. Let's talk about C's. C's is just keeping the pressure on this defense right now. He's just all over the place, just keeping the rotation going, still keeping the pressure in terms of boost stealing and trying to demo the goalie. You know, he's just all over the place, and he's a real team player. That's the type of team that you want winning a championship, and that's the type of team that in about 3 minutes, if the scoreline stays this way, will win the championship.
Yeah, C's is that guy. He's that third man, that guy that often gets overlooked, but does so much for this team that you can't actually know until you watch a game. It doesn't show up on paper all the time, but it has a little bit this season with his saves per game and his assists per game. That's Trev, who cares about saves and assists, goes for his second goal of this game, 11th goal in the series. He's one away from his third hat trick to put him up to 12 in 4 games.
My God, Trev, again, absolutely insane, and Brad, they're demotivated. There's nothing else you could say. It's the finals. They've gone so far, but you know, you know, to come all the way. I mean, Trev, huge stuff by him, almost pulling off that hat trick in style. But you know, it's disheartening to say the least. I hope that everyone, all of the players on Bread, come back next season, you know, stronger than ever. You know, hopefully, and maybe an even more stacked team. But, you know, for now, they have to go back to the drawing board, you know, weigh out their options. And Eden right now, they're, you know, in 2 minutes, you know, if they keep this scoreline, they're going to be heading out of this season with $200 very crisp dollars.
Yeah, I mean, Eden is doing what they've done all season, but I don't think Brett is going to be disappointed. I mean, coming into this as nowhere near the favorites to even make the finals. Good stuff from them so far. But, I mean, still not quite over yet. 3 goals in 2 minutes is definitely possible, but it's going to be as many goals as they scored in a game all series. So we're going to have to see if this happens for them. You know, I don't know if they have it in them, but we will see.
We've seen some huge comebacks so far, and especially in these last 2 minutes of each game, you know, things can happen. And starting it off is Teddy Zio. You know, it's the caster's blessing show. Prospects with a great pass right there, heading into Teddy Zio. And again, with a minute and a half left into this game, Bread still needs 2 goals if they want to at least make it into overtime. So, you know,
that read from Prospects. That read from Prospects on that pass to catch how far that ball was going to pop up was insane. But here, talking about reads, X just reading this hit off of Local, who doesn't quite get around to it and barely taps it away from his teammate. Man, it looked like I think that was going to be a Prospect coming in to try to clear it out, but Local accidentally gets a touch on it and does not allow him to get that clear.
Yeah, they're demotivated. They're playing really sloppily, and you know, they need a miracle. And right there, that could have started it off. That might have been the miracle there, but you know, Trev, he's just like, you know what? No, I've been pulling this off all series. I'm not gonna let you have this run. Let me stop you right there, Teddy.
Yeah, they're shutting that door real fast, trying to make sure that Brett doesn't have a chance, and they're going for that sweep, which is one of the things, you know, I thought might be able to happen as Local gets the dunk. He gets the 50 win right here in front of the goal, trying to shut me up and let me know, hey, man, there's a minute left. We can do this. We got 2 goals to go to tie them up.
You know, I thought that was going to be a save, but that nice little double tap there and the nice little dunk that Sun God Local had to pull off there. Really nice stuff. Again, a minute left on the clock. It's still very doable to pull out 2 goals, but, you know, again, I don't really know. I've only seen Bread Esports be demotivated and, you know, kind of sketchy in terms of their rotations, but you know, maybe if they play their cards right, they might be able to push this into overtime.
They've got the firepower. They've got the people on their team that be able to do it. But the problem is going to be right here on the back end.
That's it. That has to be it. That has to be the dagger. Again, 40 seconds left into the game. Bread Esports, there's nothing much they can do. They're down by 3. And, Show, we might be looking at our new champs.
I mean, we might be. We very well might be. And it's looking probable, especially if that one barely just misses. Local gets there. Would love to see Trev get this last goal right here to complete the hat trick, to average a hat trick a game over this 4-game series, to be honest, if this is going to end in Eden's favor. But it's been good stuff. And I think that this is an appropriate way to end. You know, C's for Eden-ish. Oh, as Local comes in with 15 seconds left, it might be a little bit too late. He gets this on the back end here, but I was going to say, you know, C's is actually shipping out. You know, he's going into the military. I think he's already in the military, and he's shipping out in March, so he's not going to be with us next season. So, you know, you got to like the fact that a guy as great as he is on such a great team is going to be able to take home the trophy right here in his last season with us for a little while.
You know, everyone, absolute dedication. Every single team in the RLPC has showed up this season. Every single game doing their all. But, ladies and gentlemen, as the ball hits the ground, as our Game 4 comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen, Eden takes your Season 7 Major League Championships with a series score of 4-0. My God, Shope, what a series. And, you know, we couldn't have asked for a better ending, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, Eden has been the best all season, and I think after they kind of got rocked a little bit there against Monstars last series, 4-2, and had that.